Alright, y'all seen where I left off. So, let's get back to it. Go up here, click on this. My channel. I gotta watch to make sure I'm not screwing this up. Alright, so, game is paused. Let's unpause. Alright, I think I got everything out of that place, so now I'm just gonna go double check it. I can say about done. Okay, so escape. Oh, P. Value nothing. So age is kind of old. It's all beat up. Let's sell it. Didn't get anything out of it. Object's been sold. Yep. So that's all like that now. My new place is here. You know what would be nice though? Something like this over here, you know? Let's try to turn it. I think all this is in the way, you know? I mean, I could just put it here. But I kept saying that this is going to be for my trees and everything. I don't really fully understand what it's overlapping with, but sure thing. Right there, I can just start putting equipment in there. It'll be an actual storage spot. Let's try it. Look good, right? Right. Straighten it out just a little bit. Alright. Hey, that don't look half bad. Am I right? Yes. I can start putting stuff like out of the weather. Yeah, yeah, yeah. V. Finish up this little bit. And then I think I roll it. Or do I seed it first and then roll it? Rolling. When rolled over the seed bed after sowing. Okay. It says right there, so let's see if it works. Alright. Now to get a a roller. I'll seed it, then roll it. See what's said about that. I mean, I got a decent harvest, you know? Wrong way. Okay. Drop it. Now, let's see about getting a decent seed bed going. Ooh, I should fertilize it first, shouldn't I? Let's see. And I grab this. And I should just have to hit this and... Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? That's looking nice. I'm kind of enjoying myself on that. Oh man. So anyhow, how's everybody doing? Today wasn't too bad of a day at work. We got our area done. We finished off one of our roads, patching it. Then we went over to another town and patched up another road, and it was pretty nice, honestly. Pretty laid back. I put in my little bit of work that I do, and we called it a day. We had somebody come down and speak with us about incidents and how there's been a lot of incidents in the area, and you know, they just went over it with us to make sure everything's fine, tell us, you know, double check everything. We don't need any more incidents. You know, just so that they could have a little heartfelt conversation with us. I understand what they're trying to do. I understand, you know, about all that. Because it's just minor things that cost money. If this game was updated to that extent of more real world where you hit something and, you know, I think a lot less people would be playing it. Because I hit things all the time on here. Luckily, have my fingers crossed, I didn't screw up anything at work lately. I mean, yeah, you have accidents all the time, whatever, you know. But honestly, when it comes to something like that, a lot of it is highly avoidable. You know what I'm saying? And if it's like that avoidable, it's one of those come on man moments. I had to say it. I had to say it. And those moments there, I mean, they're cool and everything. Well, they're not cool, but they happen. There's nothing you can do. It's gonna happen sooner or later. Alright? I can't be like, hey, this should never happen. I know it's gonna happen, but it's an avoidable thing. People just have to take their time, double check their surroundings, you know, before doing anything. Some incident, some ordeals are not that black and white though. Like, what do you do if a truck goes into a ditch when the driver's not even in it? And the brakes are, you know, the park brake and everything is on. What are you supposed to do about something like that? That's something a little bit, you know, special situation. I mean, some things are avoidable, like when you don't lift up the, what is it? I'm trying to think of what it is. The fifth wheel piece on a lowboy. Let me just pop it up. I'll look if I can find where. Oh, low loaders. Okay, so you got your lowboys. This will just have to do. Okay. It ain't right. None of them are right. Because they're not like true lowboys. These are step decks. But if you have a lowboy, you know that you don't have your landing gear. You don't have these running rails underneath, okay? You don't have any of this stuff here on your lowboy. It's just this down here, okay? And then you got this piece that comes in, and all your chains and everything are on this piece here. And it comes down and it detaches from here, so you can flip the ramps down. Well, this piece here, you can also raise it up and down. And if you don't raise it up and you make a turn, the fenders on the truck hit. If that makes any sense. Should. I mean, it's just one of those things. That isn't avoidable. But when you get the driver that says, yeah, I screwed up, I know. I should have been paying more attention. And the driver does that like once. I don't think that anything should really occur out of that. Or when the driver gets out of his truck to do a quick walk around or something because he's tired or anything like that. I mean, we get tired. We do. Everybody does. We get tired at work, and drivers have that tendency to pull over on the side of the road and walk around your truck. So when you go to walk around your truck and your truck just starts sliding away from you and you're not even in it and the brakes are on, well, how do you explain something like that? You know? You can't really fight with it. It's one of those, oops. I didn't know it was going to do that. So you shouldn't be able to do anything about a driver that happens to with a driver. It's wrong. It really is. You really can't punish a driver. Just all that it should be that comes out of something like that is real simple. Hey, can you just check where you park? You know, I know that you cannot physically tell how much ice there is or stuff like that at night. You can just say, hey, it is icy out, but the truck should hold right where it's at. I mean, you gotta be a physics expert to argue these facts. And if you're not a physics expert, then it's one of those, come on, man. You know? I have no clue where this dude's going. I'm just like watching him. Hi. Hey, do you know where you're heading? Yeah, I'm not wasting time. I got better things to be doing. I mean, you really can't do anything about a driver with that, though. These are the simple things that I'm looking at. What you can and can't do. You really can't punish a driver for something that they really didn't do. I mean, how many guys want to say, hey, I'll put a truck in the ditch because I did a walk around because I was tired and I parked it on the road and it just slid into the ditch. I don't know any driver who wants to say that. Yeah, you know, it just kind of did its own thing. Let me look. What do I want to do? Wheat, barley, no. Oats, no. Canola, soy. Could do another thing of soy. Why not? Nobody's arguing with me, so why not? Get those RPMs up. Do a quick roundabout on the field. There we go. Just trying to hit every spot, you know? The price of seeds is so cheap compared to what you can get off of the plants. I just want to make sure I hit everything. I know I did have enough for another piece of land, but it's whatever. Hey, what's up, Michael? How are you tonight? Oh, I got that huge grass field in. Now I'm getting all this done. Do my nice little roundabout. Try to get as much as possible. Oh, I think I actually made some on that. It was hot today. We had fair conditions. I mean, for the work that we were putting off and everything, I mean, the conditions weren't bad. We had like near 50, whatever. So working outside, it's like didn't even break a sweat. Oh man, so we have this chick that works with us, and she got harassed today by me, something fierce. Okay, so I was called sexist. Yes. I was called sexist by my ideology. Add that one up. Oh, 84, that's a little bit warm. But I was called sexist because of my ideology. I say there are different... You have women's jobs type deal, you have man's jobs. Alright? And the reason why I'm going to say this And it's how I'm going to say it, alright? That means the most. It's how it's going to be said. A man's job is more physically difficult. That sounds about right, okay? There's physical labor to it, like strength-wise. So, when I say it's a man's job type deal, I'm saying this because genetic makeup of the human body. Make sense? Hope it does. Stick with me for the fun. So, you got this physical makeup where, on average, a man, his body, is more physically fit. Maybe fit would be the wrong word. But on average, a man's body is designed to be more physical than a woman's. Alright? Because of, well, genetics and just how human makeup is. Women's jobs are more sensitive, more, mental, in a way. Maybe that would be the wrong word. I'm trying to think of the correct wording behind this. But for women, it is more of a trait of caring and nurturing and, stuff like that. Women's traits also are more of color. Because women can see color better than men can, on average. And to prove my point, I do not know any women that are colorblind. I know at least 4 guys that are colorblind. If that says anything. Is that a soda here? Haha. No, it's a pop. I live in a state that says pop. It is a pop. It is that Mountain Dew Blast or whatever. But, going back to it, women I believe, are better typists. Alright? I believe women have less errors as a typist than men. Because of pattern recognition and stuff like that. Women can express feelings on average better than men. If you're getting where I'm coming from, I believe, why not use strengths? So, this chick at work, don't get me wrong. Oh, I know it's a soda there. In Louisiana, it's a Coke. I made that mistake before. Yes, we serve Coke here. I prefer Pepsi. Well, yeah, it is Pepsi product, but it's a Coke. But, I believe use the person's sex, gender, whatever, as a trait. Use it to the best of their ability. Well, this chick at work, we harass her. We call her teacher's pet and brown noser, stuff like that. I will admit, she's willing to get dirty with us, but it's one of those things. So, she is working on some equipment. Yeah, Louisiana is weird. But she's working on some equipment, sitting on it, and we're out in the cold, so her eyes are just watering away. And then we had her shoveling and all this, and oh man. She didn't complain, but I told her that if she's going to be in a man's world, or man's workforce, whatever, I forget the words I used, that she should be able to keep up with men. Now, I'm not saying that women should not be in our workforce. I never said that at all. I don't believe that. I believe that we should not lower our standards that we have for somebody's gender. And I don't think she was too happy with that. Why should you lower your standards for a gender? That's not right. Yeah, it's one of the whole complaints that we have at work. It's fine if the women want to do it, just you better be able to keep up. Well, when she operates some of our tools, I'm trying not to, I'm not allowed to discuss what we do and stuff like that at work. At the point of telling where I work and stuff like that. But when you use some of the tools, one of our things is you have to consecutively lift 50 pounds. Not like once or twice, but you have to be able to lift 50 pounds for extended periods of time. And while she's running this one tool, she has a hard time for that. What is sexist? The company or me? I get called sexist all the time, but as soon as I start, I have to watch my language on here. But as soon as I start mentioning, like, actual things that goes on, and I start pointing it out to a T, for some odd reason, it just becomes unsexist. If this is the requirements and you can make it, you're fine. That's how I believe it. You're fine. If you can meet the requirements, whatever, go for it. If you cannot meet the requirements, then why are you here? You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest problem. And when it comes down to it, it's like, why don't we have any guys that are like clerk typists? If the women have to work in the field with us, I believe that they should also hire men that are clerk typists. But if you put it into the newspaper or whatever, advertisements, hey, hiring only men clerk typists. You see where I'm going? So, this is where I have issues with the whole thing. You have to be sexist to not be sexist. It's kind of screwed up, ain't it? And it's like, you can't. No girl or woman is low, boy or man. Oh, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Everybody is equal until you actually look into DNA traits and all that. And then you start realizing how unequal people are. If I went into work and said I cannot consecutively lift 50 pounds, because it is a rule in our book, you have to do it. If I went into work and said I can't do it, they'd can me. I'm done. But when a female, woman, chick, whatever, shows that she cannot do it, why do they not get rid of her? That's sexist. You see where I'm going with the point? If you can do the work, you're fine. I don't care. But if you can't do the work, come on now. Like, women truck drivers? Oh, I've met some women truck drivers that would just put me to shame in a heartbeat. They are that good. I met up with this one woman and I was talking to her, and she can do something that I definitely cannot do with trucks. I've tried it, and I look like a fish out of water. I cannot back up doubles and triples. I've tried. I even begged the truck to help me. But that's all that this woman does, is backs up doubles and triples. So you're right. If the people are equal, they're equal. If they're not, then don't do it. That's my hardest thing to get across with people at work. When a woman walks into a field that is 85-90% men or higher men, and the woman's in that field, I believe that she should have to keep up with the men. Honestly, straight out. But if a man goes into a, let's just say, women-dominated field, or a woman's field, he should be able to keep up with her 100%. Am I correct? That's how I see it. I don't think either individual should be considered a token. Or they should not be there just because of who they are. What gender they are. Whatever. I'm gonna say that there's two for the simple, and if it upsets anybody, well, it's my opinion. And actually, science backed me on this. I'm going to say for each side, there is fields that fit them better than the other. On average, men are stronger than women. Point proven. It's how it is. But, like I said, on the other side of the spectrum, women are better than men at lots of things. Communication, it happens to be one of them. And I am living proof of that. My wife can communicate so much better than me at times. She can visualize so much better than me. I mean, when it comes to like her little side job of making cakes and everything, she can see something and be like, okay, I can do that. And I look at it and it's like doing calculus. I'm like a baby doing calculus. I can't figure it out. But like I said, this goes through history and everything else too. It's really cool how things work. I really like science and I really like facts. I'm almost done with the field. Ooh. I can't wait to get done with this crap. Let's see. I need to start moving other things around too. Alright. Start here. I want my tools over here. Ooh. G. Oh, Michael. Here's a good one for you. I think it was a boy in Texas who decided to get into girls wrestling, I think it is, and stomped on all of them. A guy in... I mean, the wrestling matches were like top girls, and he like stomped on all of them. That's one of my points about strength. Another one, a guy in England, I think it is, walked in and they said, hey, we're like gender neutral and all this, and or no, you can sign up for the men's lifting, but whatever. And the guy said, well, I want to consider myself a woman today. And they're like, oh, okay. So he went in, took 4 or 5 gold medals, and said, I guess I'm no longer a woman. I mean, I don't think that is fair. You know what I'm saying? I think that is very low. I mean, what's your whole outlook on it? I mean, Texas, I don't know about all of Texas, but most of Texas, from when I've been down there, is very proper compared to here. Very respectful. It's more of a southern thing, I know, but the South has a lot more respect. My objective right now is to get you to agree with me on this, so be careful, I'm dragging you into it. Do you think if some girl started hitting you and like stuff like that, do you think it's right to fight back? Or like try to get out of the situation? I mean, with my opinion, if some chick is like trying to fight with me or whatever, my thing is I was taught not to hit a woman back. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you can to walk away. That's how I was raised. But by saying it's, All genders are equal. Well, that means I'd be allowed to hit her back. And I really think that that's wrong. Oh, yes. Getting things, like, organized is so much nicer. I'm liking it a lot. It's making me feel so much better. But you see, these are the things that run through my head. Alright? And when I start asking questions, it seems like I can't get forward answers. I get really shady answers. And when I start trying to ask people, you know, hey, won't we clarify this? Won't we clarify this? Like, I had somebody say, hey, this is a gender neutral company. Genders don't matter. I said, so I can walk into the women's bathroom? And the look that I got was like, I can't answer this. I don't know what to say. I'm like, well, you just said it's like gender neutral, so the women's bathroom is closer when I'm over here, so I can walk into it, right? Well, no, you can't. I said, well, I guess you're not too gender neutral, are you? Just a thought. And yes, I have a fascination for topics that are very touchy. For the simple fact is you don't know people until you know how they respond. You know, you never really know anybody in life except for yourself. That's one thing I believe. Big time. Another simple thing that I believe, and I'm 100% behind it, is everybody has a price. Some prices just are not monetary. In other words, you can't buy it with money, but everybody has the price. Oh man, this is looking so much better already. You see how much nicer this is looking? I'm impressed. And I can never get people to argue with me on half of my debates. Or, not argue, but debate with me. It's so hard to get people to actually have a full-on discussion and debate with me. Ooh, this is looking a lot better. Wonder if I can buy another one of these sheds and put like right there the opposite direction. That'd be nice. All right. Now I need to go grab a roller. I think I got one. I gotta get down there and look. But first, there's always a but first. Oh man, I feel a sneeze coming on. Got it. Knew I could find it. Yeah, New Holland needs fixed. Repair, 12,000. It's worth it. Back. 13,000 actually. Minus 34 bucks. Go as fast as I can. Urge. Hop out real quick. Gotta take a check-see. 75, almost there. Alright. It's 3:30 in the morning. Awesome. Ooh. Ooh. I would love to pave this whole thing. I think maybe I'll turn that into an objective. It'd be nice if you could actually just lay road. And put all the curves and all that into it. Kinda like City Skylines. Because I don't think the tractors are very good on these. Oh, I didn't buy it yet. Okay. So, P. Go up under rollers. And that is 12 meters versus 24. I can run the 24, I just ain't got money for it. So I'll run 12 instead. Customize. I mean, there's no different things I can do, so buy. Yeah, okay. And there it is, 12 meters of rolling. I am impressed. Alright, now back up. Pick up, let's go. There we go. Get back up here and like finish off this field. And then get some fuel. I know, all that money I just made, gone. Gone. But, on the other hand, I'm getting away from leasing. I'm also making better beds and everything else for my plants. Overall, I am doing a lot better. How was my day? My day was very, I felt like I accomplished something. Maybe not much, but I did. We cleaned up a couple areas, patched some holes, stuff like that. But like I said, I feel as if I accomplished something. How was work? Oh yes, this is looking nice. Is the boss treating you any better? I mean, I think it was you that said something about how your boss is like always treating you bad, always yelling at you and everything. You do know that there's simple things that you can do about it. I mean, psychology wise. Okay. So if the answer is no, then go a little bit more into detail. You see, I don't play games when it comes to, how somebody treats me. I mean, it's alright. We can laugh, we can joke, we can harass each other, whatever. I mean, I don't have a single problem with that, you know? What I have a problem with is if somebody's constantly harping me and constantly giving me problems, that's where it becomes a serious matter. And when it becomes a serious matter with me, I have a tendency to fix it. I had a foreman. Well, yeah. That's anywhere you go. I mean, at your age, you can go almost anywhere and pick up a decent job. I do believe that jobs like McDonald's and stuff like that is more for your teenagers to give them enough work experience to move on to a better place. You should be able to get management within a couple years. This is what I've said anyhow. You should get a management position or assistant manager, whatever, after a few years, maybe 4 years of being somewhere, and then be able to move on to a better job. I do not believe McDonald's and stuff like that is a career. I'm against that because it's just something that's made to move you on from a different point of view. I was talking to somebody and I asked her, hey, why don't you come work with me where I work, stuff like that. You got family in the business, whatever. you should come work with me. And she's adamant about saying no. So I started asking, I said, okay, well, if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I understand. But just remember one piece of advice. And she's like, well, what's that? I said, every 5 years, reevaluate yourself. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Well, if you're not happy after 5 years, go somewhere else. Well, you've been working there 3 years. Have you made any progress? You see, I'd start evaluating myself for something better where I will get better respect, better pay, better whatever, better benefits. It's all on what you want. I have a family to look out for, so when I look at a job, I want to know how good the benefits are and family time that I have. That's two main things with me. With the job I'm at now, I get plenty of family time. I get like very good pay. Well, actually I can't say very good pay, but I get decent pay. But I get great benefits and great family time. That's what I was looking for. That's why I'm still at my job. And I'll be coming up on 5 years. But I have been asking for a lesser management position. And if they want to keep refusing me on it, then I might be going somewhere else. Either to a different area or to a whole new job. Because I don't want to stay at the bottom of the list all the time. I made a mistake by not getting into the place that I'm in earlier. If I would have came here right after like the military or whatever, I think I would have been doing a lot better than what I'm doing now, because I would be a lot closer to retiring. After 25 years, I'd be able to keep my benefits and all that. So what's happening is I would be almost 20 years into the job right now. At 20 years into the job, a couple more years, I can call it a day. After 30 years or so into the job, I can retire. And retiring with a decent pension, plus having a 401k on top of the pension, I'm looking at a lot of money. I'd keep building up 401k, live off of the pension basically, build up my 401k higher, and live off of interest on the 401k. These are just things that I look at. Getting into a state job or a federal job is usually a really good gamble. Oh. So, 401k, basically what that is where they take part of your check, okay? You can set up different percentages, but they take part of your check. At your age, you would want to go into a high risk 401k, which is based off of the stock market, but other people control the money. All right, professionals control your money, and their job is solely to increase your money. But it takes, let's just say you make $1,000, okay, and you take 10% of that, which 10% of $1,000 is what, $100 out of your check. This $100, they put it into this account, a 401k account. And when it starts going into this 401k, what happens is these people move it around for you, do different things with it, watch the stock market. I mean, it's what they do. And as they're moving it around, then they change up things, okay? They start changing things up a little bit here and there, just to help you get better money out of it. So, what happens is after X amount of time, say you have 401k, you've been putting $100 a week into it for 40 years. Well, now you want to retire, so you cash in on your 401k. Whether it be the whole thing or just partial cash in type deal, and you start pulling money out monthly. 72 or whatever is how old you'd be. You'd start pulling this money out monthly, and this money that you're pulling out, what it does is it basically pays you for the rest of your life. And when I say it pays you for the rest of your life, I mean it don't give you like $10 million. No, it pays you out like $1,000, $2,000 a month. Because by then you should already have a house, you should already have your car, you should have all this stuff already, all the main necessities. And it basically gives you the money so you can go buy food and pay power, pay for your water bill, where you can just, it gives you money that you can live on. Hi, how are you? And as it gives you this money that you can live on, it just allows you to be comfortable. If that makes, things look more in line. So after you retire, a 401k is just a retirement plan. I mean, at your age right now, if you jumped into a 401k, you put in 10% right now. You're looking at, I don't know, $2,000, maybe $3,000, depending on stock market, and everything, how the stock market pans out. You're looking at $2,000-$3,000 a month. Free money, basically. So that's how your 401k plan is built up. Same with like a pension and stuff like that. So you figure get a 401k, get a pension, if you can find a job with a pension. You'd have 401k, pension, and say that you went into the military and became disabled from the military. You'll have that, and you'll have your Social Security. So, I mean, you can be making $7,000 a month for sitting at home doing nothing. $7,000 a month is good money, especially for doing nothing. Oh, it's fine. I don't care if you're late. You show up when you show up. Everybody's got a life to live. But, I mean, well, if you go to your bank and say, hey, I'd like to start a 401k, and you have them pull out, I don't know what you're making or anything like that, but have them pull out like 4%, 6%, something like that to start putting into a 401k. As soon as they start doing that, you can transfer that 401k to whatever your next job is or whatnot into that 401k. As long as you just keep transferring the 401k from job to job, or just keep it at whatever job you're at, depending if you stay or not, when you retire, when it's time for you to retire, it just gives you money. It gives you lots of money. The school system will never ever teach you stuff like that. That goes in with the whole, oh, we've never been taught that. Yeah, school systems don't teach that. They don't care for you to know that. But I believe that 401ks and pensions and stuff like that should be talked about in school. Because it has to do with your life. That's why I say a 401k or a pension is some of the best things to get into. If you can get both of them, do it. Me might need to leave soon, sorry. Well, like I said, you have a life. I'm not going to try to control you. You gotta go, you gotta go. But yeah, Michael, as I'm saying, do whatever you can to step into a 401k and a pension, stuff like that. Start it early. I was stupid. I did not. If I would have started it early, I could have possibly retired at the age of 65 and called it a day. Imagine being able to retire. My teacher breaks the rules of school and talks about her teachers, about real life stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what teachers should be doing. Hey, this is actually how life works. If teachers and everything would start actually teaching, I'm saying all teachers would actually start teaching how life works, I believe that they would create better students. Tom McDonald already said it. Why leave a better planet for our children when we should leave better children for our planet? But yeah, learn. Never stop learning. This really weird dude, he was really, really weird. He has one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard. I will not let schooling get in the way of my education. Albert Einstein. Dude was right. Don't let schools get in the way of learning. Always, always, always learn. My school taught one thing, and come to find out, it's completely different. When I went out the door of my school, I knew everything. And then life slapped me, and now I know everything about nothing. As you can see, you've seen it right here on the game. I had to look up about these rollers. Like I said, that's just minor learning for me. Hey, that's kind of cool to learn that. You know? This game is based on real life, so hey, that's kind of cool to learn that. Yeah, this is how I see things. That's kind of cool to learn this. It's kind of cool to learn that. I mean, learn how to do gardening. Yeah, I know, trust me. I've been watching that. I need to get as many subs as possible. But yes, learn about gardening, learn about farming, learn about plumbing. I feel so stupid at my house. I'm just gonna bluntly say it, I feel stupid. We need a new deck on the house. I know I can do it cheaper, but there's a problem. I don't know how to do it. Then you hire these guys that can come in, they drop in a whole new deck at your house in a matter of hours, and you're paying, you look at the price of the wood for the whole thing. When they give you your bill, you look at the price of wood, it's like, oh, wood was $936 and labor was $2,000. So I was paid $3,000 for a deck. I paid $5,000 for a deck, and the wood was only a fifth of the price. I could have done that myself and saved all that money. My toilet's leaking. I need to call a plumber. Okay, so you call the plumber comes out, charges you like $100 and something bucks for. Okay, I'll see ya, Roblox. But it's like the plumber calls you, charges you, $200 for the emergency call at night, and then he charges you $90 for the work that only took him 10 minutes, and then he charges you $30 for parts. It's like, they sell those parts at Walmart. I could have fixed it myself. But that's how I feel. That's why I feel so stupid in my house. I do not know construction at all. I do not know how to do plumbing at all. Gas is $3.49 here. I would love to be at that price. Gas is $4 now here. Diesel's only about $4.40. But yes, like I said, always learn. The more that you can learn, the better off you will be in life. Don't ever stop. And when you do learn something, do the second best thing that you can do when you learn it. Alright? Practice it. If you never do it, you'll never become good at it. So learn it and practice it. I know it's kind of weird to hear this from me, ain't it? But I pride myself on being correct. So, yeah, tell me where I'm wrong. I preach two things to my three boys. I really do. Thing number one that I preach to them is I wish for them to be better than me. Yeah, that's thing number one. How simple's that, you know? Number two that I preach to the boys, other than be better than me, is if you shoot for the moon and hit it, I'm gonna be upset. If you shoot for the stars and miss, I'm gonna be happy. Because if you shoot for the stars, that means that you're giving it everything that you can. If you shoot for the moon, it's like, I got there. I'm gonna settle down. This is how I see life. I mean, school taught me that life is black and white. This is wrong, that's right. When I walked out the doors, I realized it's not. It's not just that. And I think that was one of my biggest kicks right there, is I wasn't prepared for life. Like, how many kids do you know that can fill out a checkbook? How many kids do you know that can do a ledger? How many kids do you know that even know what a ledger is? Yeah, that's really cool. They don't anymore. It's just something. It's a lost art. I mean, kids have a hard time anymore cooking. Hell, they have a hard time doing dishes. And it's like, how are you going to get a job if you can't do anything? That's an honest question, ain't it? How can you do anything if you can only do nothing? And this is reality that I'm talking about too. That's solid reality there. Oh, this is looking good. Our field is looking good. Come into here. Scroll up. Look at my map. Oh, yes. See, there's a nice growth cycle right there. See? This is all grass. Hey, Jake Tanner. Almost done with this crap. And then I get to move over a little bit. I'm gonna go for a walk, kill some more time. It's a lovely, brisk, December morning. Kinda sounds screwed up, it does, I know. Oh man. The grass is growing. Aw, how sweet. Oh, I'm good. How are you, Jake? Oh, this is looking good, though. The farm is really getting spread out. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's doing great. Now to get rid of all that. And that especially, and that definitely. The outhouse can go. Think I'm getting better out of the fields. I think I've got to drop another fertilizer on it. As soon as I can drop another fertilizer on my field, I should be alright. Ho ho. Let's see what it says. Ooh. These ain't too bad of numbers, I guess. If I drop another fertilizer on it, I should be, like, about maxed out. So let's check him out. He's got about another down and back to go. But yeah, Michael, something that you can look into, okay? Especially at your age, is investing. It seriously is a great idea to look into investing. I mean, there's so many sites that you can do investing on, it's not funny. I have a Robinhood account myself. And with my Robinhood account, I mean, it's my form because of the stocks that I choose. It's my form of gambling because I am not allowed to go to a casino and gamble. The wife will not permit that at all. Because I went to the casino one day and actually gambled. And she seen how fast I can blow like $200. I like to play roulette. It is my favorite of all. So I will jump on a roulette table and just start blowing money on that roulette table. And it is really bad when you can blow $60 in one, you know, one spin of a ball. $60 gone. And she's seen me blow a bunch of money, and it's like, I know that when to stop. I just like to play it, you know? They're brainwashing us. Who, the teachers and everything? I believe it. I believe that the government is brainwashing us, yes. It's really simple. Who was it? One of the presidents. I can't think which president it was right now, but one of the presidents said, the deadliest words ever said by a government, or ever will be said by a government, is, we are the government, we are here to help you.
I'm sick, I got jump on bed.
Alright. Love you. Good night, beauty. But yes, that is the deadliest words ever said by a government. We are the government, we are here to help you. If you really think about it, the more people that are dependent upon the government allows the government to say, hey, you're allowed to do this or this. Pick. So, if you are independent of the government, you don't allow that. That's why I say the government does brainwash people. Oh yeah, I'll agree with it. The wife ran in, give me a kiss, saying she fell asleep on the couch. Kinda figured she would. Yeah, we watched a chick flick for a little bit, and then I came up here. That's why I got on a little bit later than what I usually do. I thought it would be nice of me to watch a movie with the wife. Oh, this is awesome. This field is almost done, and then all I have to do is throw a secondary fertilizer on it. As soon as I throw the secondary fertilizer on it, I just have to wait for it to pop up and get ready to harvest. There we go. It looks so nice, don't it? Looks prim and proper, just like a field should be. Now I gotta go fill this. In Texas. I take it that wasn't for me. For someone else, I guess. In Texas, if you want to gamble, you have... Yeah, there... Oh, you have to go to the other state. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's not cool. I might be out. So that means I'd have to get more bags. Ugh. I don't wanna. Oh, so Texas is a no gambling state. Yeah, Pennsylvania opened up, I mean, it wasn't too many years ago, but it was a little bit ago. Pennsylvania opened up. And then it's like immediately 6 casinos went up. Because that's like all it would allow. Gambling is a very, yeah. Hey, you could always go to Vegas, and you know what they say about Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I was thinking about going there once. The wife asked me, so, this was for my birthday last year. So, you said that you wanted to go to one of Chef Ramsay's restaurants, right? I'm like, yeah, duh. It's like one of the top chefs in the world. Yeah, I want to go to one of his restaurants. I want to check it out. I want to have some good food, whatever. Because he's one of my favorite chefs. And then she's like, okay, well, do you want to go to this state, this state, this state, or this state type deal? And I sat back for a minute thinking, and I said, I want to go to Maryland. Vegas was one of the places I could have went, but I said I'll go to Maryland. So we went down to Maryland to one of Chef Ramsay's restaurants, and it's in the casino. Yeah, out of all the places it could be, it's in the casino. So as we went down, we went in through the casino, got in, we went over to the restaurant, whatever, and we ate. And I will say that is probably the best steak I've ever had. And it was not a cheap date. But, I mean, like I said, I went out gambling before. I went gambling several times. My thing is I don't like the coin machines because I feel as if there's no return on them. Which, it's a 25%, I think it is. Or 22% return. In other words, for every 22 cents that goes into the machine, or for every dollar it goes into the machine, 22 cents has to come back out. Something like that. So I don't, and I feel that those odds are not good. But when I jump on a roulette table, mathematically speaking, you can get a maximum of a 66% chance to win. Yeah, yeah. Sounds like a lot, ain't it? Yeah, it's really not. I will lose on a 66% chance. We found that out. So that's why I just don't really go anymore. I gamble on, oh, what is it? I said, Robinhood. It's better chances for me and my money lasts longer. I'm still losing out because I'm learning about it and I keep changing things up, whatever. And I really don't stick to the same stocks that I should. So I have been putting my money more into like ETF stuff like that. So they have a higher chance of rising because the ETF is controlled by other people. And all it is a bunch of stocks that they have. So that's why I go with ETFs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have money in Doge and everything, but Doge crashed out when I bought the money in it, so the only way for me to lower that for an average price into Doge is by buying more Doge at a low price and hopefully it goes up. But I also get into the higher dividend stocks, and my thing is about the higher dividend stocks is usually a company that gives out really high dividends, like let's just say a 10% or something like that on a dividend. That means that the company is crashing. So you want to go with dividend stocks, which has a longer history. Walmart, stuff like that. I mean, it's just tons and tons of research that you need to do to get anywhere on it. But it's how I like to spend my money. It's my form of gambling. Like I said, I know everything about nothing. But I am going to be happy with this after I check it. 98%. 98% ain't bad. At 98%, I'm doing pretty good. Rolled, fertilized, everything. Oh, almost 80%. Then I can turn in that and I can make some good cash. Need to refill this though. I'm gonna make me some money today. And drop that. Bet you if I seen the nose of the tractor, I'd know how to do this. Oh, yes. Now to go get that trailer. I'm going to sell off that trailer. See if I can make a little bit of money. Get some fertilizer, stuff like that I need. Maybe later on get more specialized equipment. That's how I'm going to word it too. Specialized equipment. Alright. Ah, 12,000. Let's see what I can get on 12,000 lumber. Actually. Well, I see when I can just go no. Hmm. 3-5. I wonder, could I just go over to the carpenter shop and sell it? Forget. I think that's the out there. Three times 12 is 36,000 roundabout. So that'll give me back up to about 50,000. 57. Let's go with about 59,000. 5963 area. And then I should buy a forklift for down here, but I guess the forklifts are kind of wonky. Last time I was using a forklift, I like threw a pallet halfway across the map. It was very, very bad. Hey everybody, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do that. It only helps me out in the long run. It helps me keep creating content for you. Actually, not really. I just do the content and everything, create the content because I like doing it. I just wouldn't mind some extra cash doing it. All honesty. I don't need to lie. Oh yes, making money. 63 area. That's just because I'm good. Should get a telehandler and load this with all the bales. That'd be funny. That'd be a heavy trailer, I'll tell you that much. $60 bales on a trailer or so. That would be really heavy. now to make it back. This is such a long run with a slow tractor. Time for me to start buying more land and stuff. Get more money in to pay off debts. Get some animals. Those chickens right now just ain't cutting it. I think I have like 54 still. Alright. Disconnect. Oh good. He's done with that. That's good news. I'm impressed that he's done with that. That should get me almost 100%. I need cows so I can start making fertilizer. You know, like slurry, manure. Animal 66. Health is 85. That's not bad. It's going up. The healthier the chickens, the more that they lay. I'll bring this guy all the way back. At least he does 30. I need to take all that lumber into the sawmill too. Ugh. Anyhow, everybody, I think it's about that time tonight. Call it quits. I gotta get up early in the morning. We got people coming to check on the house and everything, so I gotta get up early. So, as I say every night, good day, good evening, good night, good whatever it is when you're watching this video. Be safe, have fun, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Have a great